بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين نبينا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين. أما بعد, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My respected brothers and sisters, welcome to your show Ask Eman, the show where it gives you the opportunity and the platform to pick up your phone and call us live here in our studio by calling us on 0203 515 0769. That's 0203 515 0769. And for those of you brothers and sisters who prefer to pick up the phone and text us or email us, all the details that you need to know, inshallah, it's on the left hand side of your screen, bi'idhnillah. Brothers and sisters, I'd like to remind you, inshallah, we are live streaming on YouTube, so if you do have any question, drop it down below, and inshallah we can ask it on your behalf, bi'idhnillah. I'll be your host for the next 45 minutes, Mahmoud Yusuf, and with me I have my beloved Shaykh Wasim Kempson. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Hayyak Allah Shaykhana. As usual, inshallah, if you can start us with a quick reminder, bi'idhnillah, so that way we can get all our questions ready for you, bi'idhnillah.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Wassalatu wassalamu ala Rasulihil Kareem wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. All praise belongs to Allah. May the peace and blessings of Allah be upon His final messenger Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Brothers and sisters and viewers at home. So we are now well into the last 10 days or 10 nights, 10 days, 10 nights of Ramadan, and we should be all really making the very most of these days and nights. There are no better nights in the year than these particular nights. In it, that there is a night which is better than 1,000 months, and not what is commonly quoted, that is equal to 83 years. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not tell us it is mithlu alfi shahr, but rather says khayrun min alfi shahr, that is better than 1,000 months, which is more than 83 years, subhanallah. So if we look at the opportunity that is in front of us, it is really something that as Muslims who love Allah and want to serve and worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it is an opportunity that really it is impossible for us to pass by. For this reason, we should make sure that every single night that we do something seeking the night of Al-Qadr, the night of power, the night of decree. And that can come in the form of you giving charity, whether you give £5 a night or £2 a night or £10 a night, whatever you can give. Or you offer some rak'at, you go to the masjid, pray in the jama'ah, pray with the imam, and then you pray until he finishes so that you can get the reward of the entire night in prayer. So as Muslims, we are looking to maximize the reward on each of these blessed nights. And it is also from the fadl, the blessings and grace of Allah Jalla wa Ala, that at least for us here in the UK, that the youngsters, the youth, are on school holidays. So it is an opportunity for us to bring the children, to bring the youth, not to play around and mess around in the masjid, but for them to join us in prayers and give some money in their hand and allow them to put that money in the donation box so that they can feel part of the seasonal worship. And I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to accept from us all. Allahumma ameen. Barakallahu feekum.
Barakallahu feek, Shaykhana. Inshallah, we're going to start with our first question via WhatsApp, which starts with Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Can a woman have a medical test on her private parts while she's fasting?
Yeah. So the issue here is that, as we know, that intimacy between the spouses during the day of fasting is not permitted. Now, does a medical procedure take the same as intimacy with one husband? No, it does not. So it does not invalidate your fast if somebody has a medical procedure during the month of Ramadan, during the daytime, of course. So it does not affect your fast. Wallahu ta'ala a'lam.
Barakallahu feek, Shaykhana. We have a call, inshallah. We're going to take that call, inshallah. So, brothers, Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to Ask Eman.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Shaykh, I have a question regarding periods. One of my sisters have asked me to ask this question. She has started her period, basically, instead of the 7 days, she is gone on to, longer. What's happened is on the 10th day, she decided to just start fasting. So I just wanted to ask, what's the maximum length of the period? And then she has to start fasting and praying. And also, I think it is 15 days. So if she started fasting and praying on the 10th day, what happens to her 5 fasts? Does she have to repeat them, or are they counted basically?
طيب. Barakallahu feeki. طب شيخنا, in this instance, The question is very open. How long should it last
Yeah,
for?
yeah. Okay. So concerning the maximum time for a menstrual cycle, there are different views of the ulama on that, in that we don't have an explicit text stating what the maximum is. There are some madhahib which state that it is maximum 10 days. And if the sister is basing her decision on that according to her madhab and is basing that on some form of knowledge, then let her continue with that. However, if the person has just done it without not basing upon anything, they really shouldn't do that. Because we're talking about the validity of one's prayer, when you should and shouldn't pray, or when you should or shouldn't fast as well. Right. I'm of the view myself, along with many of my teachers and their ulama, that the maximum really is 15 days. And that would, if any more than that, then it would mean that the person for more than half of their life are not praying. Right. You know, if you think that 15 is half of the month. Right. So our maximum would be 15 days. So any discharge that occurs after 15 days, on the 15th day, after completion of 15th day, that they perform ghusl and that they perform their prayers. Sure. So if the sister herself is basing the 10 days upon the madhab that she is following, she's asked somebody because of that, then she's entitled to follow that.
But in regards to the 5 days she's missed out, she's asking what does she have to do? Does she have to retake it?
What 5 days she missed out?
She said after 5 days, on the 10th day, she decided to start fasting. Okay. So the last 5 days that she completely ignored, or she was obviously wasn't fasting, she said, do I have to retake my fast again, or do I just leave it?
Yes, again, it goes back to really what the sister is basing her decisions on, why she has done this. Because she stated that the menses has gone more than or longer than usual, which can happen. What I would recommend not brothers, of course, I would recommend the sisters, is that if they have an irregular kind of situation with regards to their monthly cycle that goes more, is for them to ask. And don't just wait 3, 4, 5 days it passes, make a decision and then ask. Sure. Because it may involve you need to make up days, even if make up prayers. Okay. If, however, the duration is longer than usual and you did have a discharge, okay, that resembled menstruation, there's no need for you to, of course you can't fast and pray on those days. Any days that were missing from Ramadan, then you make those days up after Ramadan. Okay. And this is something I've been coming across quite a lot. Sisters are asking that, can I just pay fidya? And no, it's not like this at all. Whatever days you miss because of your menstrual cycle, you need to make them up in the future. You paying fidya does not count. There's no need for you to pay fidya either. No, Wallahu a'lam.
Barakallahu fiqh. Shaykh, this leads us into an ad break, inshallah. Brothers and sisters, please remember to join us after that break, inshallah, with more Ask Eman by calling us here in our studio on 0203 5150769. That's 0203 5150769. From me, Shaykh, for now. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, my brothers and sisters. Welcome back to your show, Ask Eman. طب شيخنا, we're going to continue inshallah with more of the callers we have on the phone inshallah, and then we're going to go straight after that to our WhatsApp questions. So brothers and sisters, you ready inshallah? Assalamu alaikum, welcome to Ask Eman.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.
What's your name, brother? Where are you calling us from?
My name is Junaid. I'm calling from London.
MashaAllah, tabarakallah. What's your question for us today inshallah?
My question is kind of like two questions. The first one is basically that my family and my cousins, they're doing like this kind of secret eating, which is basically like people get draw names and then they you can buy gifts for, like, so it's like a secret person but you don't know who it is. The thing is that my cousins, some of them are girls and some of them boys, so they'll be like mixing with gifts of the gender and whatnot. But what's it called? I've made it the case, so I've told them that obviously I don't want any woman or anything, so the person I have to buy the gift for is only a man. But the only thing is that the rest of my family, they're probably going to be doing it with the opposite gender. So I want to know if, like, is it fine that I participate as long as I'm not dealing with that, or is it that, like, because I'm in participating, I'm in that way approving of it, but I myself, I'm independent, like I'm not joining. So that's my first question.
So before you go to the second question, let me ask you a question. This idea that you guys are doing, where does the idea come from originally?
I think it comes from like Secret Santa.
Right.
But what's it called? It's the idea isn't just to like get a gift without the person knowing. It's like a surprise kind of thing. So
and you all have a same budget to buy for each other. Is that correct?
Yeah, around the same budget.
I get it. Okay, let's answer this inshallah first before we answer the second one. Okay. Shaykhana.
Well, if they're £100 budget, then you're going to get a good price. Maybe we say yeah. However, if it's a £5 budget, then maybe it's not.
We don't want it.
No. It's not based upon budget, of course. I understand the brother's hesitation.
No.
In that the origin of buying presents in Islam is something recommended.
Sure.
The Prophet ﷺ said, "Tahadu tahabu," that to give gifts and to bring about love amongst one another. But it's important to realize that when we give gifts, that we give gifts so that it doesn't bring about, I don't walk up in the street, for example, and give a gift to somebody who I'm able to marry. This may, unless I intend to, well, even that is questionable, but you don't want to create fitna.
Sure.
Now, within a family, it's a good idea that to give gifts amongst one another. It's a noble thing to do. However, the brother feels that, he doesn't want to give to the female members of the family. Maybe she's a cousin. And then, it later comes to knowledge that, I actually bought the gift and it came to you, and they feel flattered that they got the gift, and, and maybe some uncomfortable feelings there.
Sure.
So it's your prerogative, really, if you maybe want to step out of that and say, listen, I don't mind buying gifts for anyone. This is something recommended in Islam, but I'd rather just give it to the male folk of our family. If that can be arranged, then this kind of thing is not really a problem. Then the person may claim, well, this is called Secret Santa. But it's not a deen thing. Yeah. This is just a way of giving presents.
Sure.
It's not. This thing can be invented and can be done at any time of the year.
No.
And I'm sure it's done in different places, like Qur'an, like drawing lots, which is something established for us. So based upon that, then maybe the essence of how to give them gifts is not a problem as well. To give. But because of the sensitivity of who maybe the gifts will be given to, is allowed for you just to say, I'd rather give the gifts in another way.
Sure.
Wallahu a'lam.
Alhamdulillah. Does that answer your question for you, inshallah?
Yeah, so I think somewhat. So for me, it's just to clarify. For me, it's up to me how I feel about it, and inshallah, like, since I'm not giving gifts to anyone from the opposite gender, and no one from the opposite gender is giving the gift to me, then even though my family might be doing that, it might be all right for me then.
Hello. Okay, next question, inshallah.
The next question is kind of somewhat related. It's basically like, if, like, for example, my sisters are praying with, like, non-mahram, like, as in their cousins, but they're non-mahram, I know I'm not allowed to obviously play with non-mixed gender, but if everyone's a mahram, like, for example, like playing a game or whatnot, am I not allowed to also play the game? Because then once again, is it like I'm approving of it by being part of it, or is it fine because there's no one non-mahram?
What game you playing, brother?
So, for example, let's say it was football, or it was like a tag game or something.
Okay.
Like a board game or something.
So we're talking about physical game plus as fun game, family game, right?
Yeah, maybe physical, maybe not just like talking.
No.
Yeah. So I understand that around Eid time, people want to enjoy themselves and have fun. You know, we have guidelines concerning the interaction of the genders in Islam, and that's always safer to do. If you've got games which involve touching, yeah, then of course that's if you're looking from the Islamic perspective, then yeah, you should avoid that.
Sure.
That's not something you should participate in. But people are free to do as they like. You know, you live in a country, you can, you know, that's what you want to do, you're free to do it. But if you're asking for the Islamic position, then that's the guidance really that's given to us concerning if it involves touching other people, then other gender, you know, non-mahram, then you shouldn't do that. As for then board games and things like that, well, you know, it really depends again on the ages of if they're youngsters, then when I say young, that's dun al-bulugh.
No.
You know, talking about 8, 9 and 10 and things like that, or even 6 or 7, that's not a problem.
Sure.
But when they reach the age of adulthood and things like that, then it's in the close proximity. Again, if you're looking for Islamic guidance on that matter, then the separation, the separation is a big word, but the using wisdom in interacting with the other gender is very important, so not to bring out any fitna.
Of course.
Okay, so and if you're playing a game like this and there's laughing and joking and things can develop. Things can develop, so that's what we want to avoid.
طيب.
From an Islamic perspective, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is best.
Barakallahu feek. Let's take our next call, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to Ask Eman.
Hello?
Hello, assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum
You're live on Ask Eman. Sister, what's your question, inshallah?
Questions actually. The first one about.
Sister, your line is cutting out, so I can't hear you clearly. Can you just say it again, inshallah?
Can you hear me now?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, I have 3 questions. The first one is about, I know travel insurance is, insurance in general is haram unless it's legal, unless you legally need it. But travel insurance, are we allowed to get travel insurance?
Okay, next question.
Next one is, if you don't know the dua in Salah, you know the end where it says, "Oh Allah, protect me from the torment of the grave, the punishment of the hellfire." If you don't know it in Arabic, can you say it in your Salah in English?
Okay, next question. You've got 30 seconds. What's your next question, sister?
Yeah, and then the next one is, I can't remember now. Don't worry, it's okay. Fine.
No, fine. Call us after our break, inshallah, for the third question, inshallah. So I've got 2 questions, and I will be able to ask that question for you on your behalf, in bidhnillah. So, brothers and sisters, please join us after our break, inshallah. We will continue taking your calls and your messages, inshallah. From me and Shaykh for now. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. طب شيخنا, we had a caller before the outbreak. Let me just find out if the sister's still there. Assalamu alaikum, sister, you still on the line?
Walaikum assalam. Yes, I'm still on the line.
Okay, what's your third question?
The third question is, so I understand after the tashahhud in salah, when you say Allahumma salli ala Muhammad, I understand it's not a pillar of the salah, but are you blameworthy or sinful if you don't say it at the end of your salah?
When you say at the end of a salah, we mean like when tashahhud, when you're doing tashahhud.
After tashahhud, yeah.
Okay, khair.
Are you talking about yourself, sister?
Yes, I am.
Okay, good.
طيب شيخنا, طب خلاص إن شاء الله sister, I got the 3 questions inshallah, so I'm going to ask بإذن الله. So if you want to stay in the line, if we want a clarification, we'll call you back inshallah, okay?
Jazakallah.
بارك الله فيك. طيب شيخنا, in regards to the first question, well, let's go with the last tashahhud. So now if the tashahhud itself, because I've never heard this one before. When it comes to tashahhud, are we sinful? Because I thought tashahhud is part of it to give the salutation to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
Okay, so the sisters ask a very good important question concerning the prayer. And as we know, the prayer is made up of pillars, which they have to be done, and there's obligatory acts, and then there are sunnah acts. As for the tashahhud, which is specifically the statement at-tahiyyatu lillahi wat-tayyibatu until the end, when it finishes with ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluh. That's the tashahhud.
Yep.
This is something that inshallah you have to say if you haven't learnt it, because maybe you've reverted to Islam, and then of course you just try your best. Okay. As for the saying of Allahumma salli ala Muhammad, then there are those ulama who say it as a sunnah to say in your salah, and then there are others who say it's an obligation to say in your prayer. Now the wording of it, the fact that the sister would have said Allahumma salli ala Muhammad, and that's all she knew, would be enough. Alhamdulillah, would be enough. Even though she didn't know the complete Dua Ibrahimiyya or the Dawrud or the whatever you want to call it. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ala ali Muhammad kama sallaita ala Ibrahim wa ala ali Ibrahim innaka Hamidun Majid. Allahumma barak, which is part of all the praise, the salah upon the Prophet alayhi salam. The sister said Allahumma salli ala Muhammad would be enough. That's all you know for now. That's enough for you to say. Okay, and then inshallah throughout a period of time, you can try to learn the rest, inshallah ta'ala.
But in regards
the salah is valid 100%, inshallah.
Khair. And she's not sinful for
No,
actually
she's
giving it
not
out.
sinful,
But again, and the tashahhud is so after the tashahhud, you got ad'iyah that you ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to protect you from the grave and the hellfire. If you don't know it in Arabic, can you say it in English?
Yeah, okay. So at the end of the prayer, so you've got the tashahhud, and then you've got the salah upon the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and then you make dua. And Aisha radiallahu anha said that the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam kana yasta'idhu min arba', that he would seek refuge from 4 things. Now, in the obligatory prayer, we said the obligatory prayer really should be in Arabic only. Okay. In the sunnah prayers, you can say it in your own language, inshallah ta'ala. Okay. However, in the obligatory prayers, if you haven't learnt it yet, then try to learn one at a time.
Okay.
Allahumma inni a'udhu bika. That's the first phrase, and then you can just add the 4. Allahumma inni a'udhu bika min adhab al-qabr, for example, punishment of the grave. Allahumma inni a'udhu bika min, there's another one, adhabi jahannam. Okay, so you can add them bit by bit. Okay, so if you don't know it, then you don't know it, but try to go through learn. And if you go for Fortress of the Muslim, it's a dua book, they'll all be mentioned in there, inshallah.
And I heard there's another one where you can say Allahumma najjini min adhab jahannam wa min adhab al-qabr. Without saying
Najjini, yeah, it means to save you. I mean, it depends on the phrase. If you're talking about the wording of the Prophet alayhi salam, this is awla. This is a priority. If you can learn exactly what was said by the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam in the prayer, then you should really try to stick to that. If you make, tu'allif, if you kind of make up your own words but by saying the same thing, then that's also permissible, because that isti'adha at the end is again something sunnah to say at the end of the prayer, and it's a time which is recommended for you to make dua, because after you've done that you can make other dua as well.
Sure.
You can say Rabbana atina fid dunya hasana wa fil akhirati hasana if you like.
And Shaykhana, once you're making the dua at the end and the Imam did the taslim, can you complete your dua before you make it taslim?
Yeah, so as we know, the Imam has been made to follow And if you're at the very end of the prayer, and at times maybe the Imam at the last tashahhud maybe finishes like before you finish your dua. You know, as if you've got a little bit for you to finish, then it's allowed for you to finish that at the end. Because the Imam has no more movements.
Sure.
So you can finish that last bit of the dua at the end, and then that's fine, inshallah.
Barakallahu feek. Sister, does that answer your question, inshallah?
But, you forgot about the travel insurance.
No, I'm going to get them. I'm saying those two questions. Is it answering your question?
Yeah, but the only thing is, I already know Allahumma salli ala Muhammad. I know it, but if I don't say it, even though I know it, it depends on what I believe, whether it's obligatory or not.
So if you know it, but you decide not to do it.
Okay, you're in prayer. Why you don't want to say it?
I do want to say it, but I was told that you don't have to. So I don't want to keep doing something you don't have to do.
No, well, even if it's a sunnah act, we would say you should do it anyway. Even if it's a sunnah, I mean, that if you left it out doesn't affect the validity of your prayer, then we'd recommend you to say it.
No.
It's a very important part of your prayer, sister, that sending salutations upon the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So even, it may not be an obligation. I mean, the madhahib are different on this. I mean, according to what I believe it is an obligation.
Right.
According to Hanabi, they say it is a must, because the Prophet commanded us to say, to send salutations upon him in the salah.
Yeah.
Okay, but even on the basis, if something is a sunnah within the prayer, especially sending salutations upon the Prophet ﷺ, then I would say, don't ever leave that. Sending salutations upon the Prophet ﷺ is something which is very important for us as Muslims.
No.
It is, as the Prophet ﷺ said, it is a reason for us to remove any anxiety and any problems we have, and also a forgiveness of our sins. And the dua that we make is hung until we send our salutations upon the Prophet ﷺ. So sending salutations upon the Prophet ﷺ is very important, sister. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you.
Barakallahu feek. Shaykh, in regards to insurance, travel insurance, it's permissible?
So if you're traveling to a place where taking travel insurance is optional, then it is not permitted for you to take that, because this type of transaction is haram in Islam. If, however, you are, and I don't know if there's places like this or circumstances, but it's been imposed upon you that you don't have a choice, then if that traveling on that journey is a must for you, then of course you are exempt, and then you have to pay it. But if it is something optional, then it is something that you're not allowed to take out, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is best.
Barakallahu feek. Sister, does that answer your question, inshallah, all three?
Alhamdulillah.
Right.
Thank you so much.
Barakallahu feeki. Brothers, inshallah, we're going to go for brothers and sisters, we're going to go for a quick ad break, inshallah. So please remember to pick up your phone and call us live again, inshallah, if you have any question on 0203 515 0769. That's 0203 515 0769. And for those of you who prefer to send us messages, please continue doing so, inshallah. As normal, or as usual, we continue asking your question on your behalf, bi'idhnillah. So join us after that break from me and the Shaykh. For now, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. My respected brothers and sisters, welcome back to your show, Ask Eman. Brothers and sisters, this is the last segment. So if you do have any question, this will be your chance, inshallah, before the end of the show to pick up your phone and call us live here on 0203 515 0769. That's 0203 515
0769.
0769. MashaAllah, Shaykhana. At least you are on when
I'm actually looking at the TV screen, so I've not got it memorized.
I just froze there for a second.
The TV
طيب
show.
خير inshallah. Barakallahu feek. Shaykhana, طيب we're going to continue with more of the questions that we have inshallah. And here is in regards to i'tikaf. Sisters asking, I would like to do i'tikaf at my house, but okay.
Yeah, ask it. Go ahead, yeah.
Oh, sorry. Okay, sisters asking, I'm doing my i'tikaf for the last 10 days of Ramadan at my house, but my mom seeks medical attention. What should I do? Is my i'tikaf valid?
Yeah, so we say that the i'tikaf is only in the masjid, and i'tikaf is not at home. So no brothers or sisters should perform i'tikaf at home, because there is no i'tikaf at home. It's only in the masjid. And the fact that the sister, even if the sister had the option of going to the masjid, we say to the sister, stay home and look after your mother.
No.
Because that's fard, that's upon you. That's an obligation. You can't put that to one side and then go perform a sunnah like i'tikaf. So, and also the reward is greater for you serving and helping your mother. Wallahu ta'ala a'lam.
This is a bit a tricky question. I've never come across, but I'm liking it. So, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Shaykh, can you please explain, if you know, that the boat of Nuh alayhi salam, what country was it based in?
Allahu a'lam.
Yeah, I've never, maybe something I need to look at. I've never, yeah, that's a good point actually. It was built in a desert, no?
To be honest, on this, I don't have any absolute firm knowledge on this. Allahu a'lam.
Okay. The next one, Shaykhana, we have is Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. If I want to do dhikr, which is tasbih and tahleel, after salat, do I use my 4 fingers or the lines in between?
Yeah, so after salah, if you want to make the dhikr of like 33 times of Subhanallah, Alhamdulillah, and Allahu Akbar, completing with La ilaha illallah wahdahu la sharika la lahul mulk wa lahul hamdu wa ala kulli shay'in qadir. You can do this on your fingers, on the lines of your fingers. You do it with your hands, as what is comfortable for you. No problem.
You can use the full hands, there's
You
no
can
right
use
or
your
wrong.
full- nothing mushkil, as you like.
And the bead? Just in case
The
people
beads, yeah,
thinking-
if it's difficult for you to use your hands, maybe you're old, the joints are not as not as flowing as they used to be. Then if you want to use the beads, nothing mushkila. Even if you don't have any issues with your hands, you want to use the beads, it's jaiz for you. However, using the hand is better. Wallahu a'lam.
Barakallahu feek, Shaykhana. We have a next callers, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to Ask Eman.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Go ahead, sister. You're live in Ask Eman. What's your question? Hello, assalamu alaikum.
I have a question and I'm 10 years old. I would like to ask
Sorry, one second. Are you hearing me through your phone or your TV?
my phone.
Okay. Another thing I would like to ask as well, did you get the permission to pick up your phone and call us today?
Yes.
Okay, what's your question, inshallah?
I would like to ask when I have to fast properly.
What age?
I am now?
No, is that what you're asking? At what age, yeah?
Yeah, what age?
طيب خير. Thank you.
Okay. So only when a person, a boy or a girl, reaches the age of puberty, that is, they are now counted as an adult, that they are obliged to fast. Before that they are not. So when is this? There are 3 signs for a boy and 4 for a woman or girl. So as for a boy, then when hair grows around, excuse me if I'm a bit sensitive saying this, but when hair grows around the private part, that's one. And also if they have a wet dream, okay, that's another sign. And thirdly, if none of these, when they reach the age of 15, according to Islamic calendar, that's when they become an adult. Okay, that's for a girl as well. And the 4th one for the girl is that when they start their menstrual cycle. Okay, so whenever they start their menstrual cycle, their fasting then becomes an obligation upon them. If before that, let's say, as a young brother, he's at the age of 10, none of those signs have appeared, then fasting is not an obligation upon you, and you can do whatever is comfortable for you, whatever is easiest for you, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make it easy for you, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give you the best reward. Ameen.
Ameen. Barakallahu feek, Shaykhana. Next question we have starts with Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. If someone vomits during the month of Ramadan whilst they're fasting, does that break their fast?
Okay, so a person will vomit due to one of two reasons. Either it is intentional or unintentional. If the person vomits, inducing the vomiting intentionally, they make themselves vomit, then that breaks the fast. If it's unintentional, I mean, you can't control the vomiting. Maybe you ate something, you had a bad samosa or suhoor, I don't know, something like that, and at about 10 a.m. you feel, you want to vomit and you can't help it, then you vomit and the fast is still valid if you're able to continue. So that's the difference between the two, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows best.
Barakallahu feek, Shaykhana. Let's take a next call, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to Ask Eman.
I have two questions for the Shaykh.
Tfaddali.
The first one is, does swallowing phlegm break the fast? And does having a blood test break the fast as well? And the second question is, what advice
No,
can
sorry.
the Shaykh give?
So you already gave me two questions. So one is phlegm and the other one blood test. What's the third one?
Yeah. Okay, well, the third question is, what advice can the Shaykh give to mothers who might be struggling to do ibadah in the nights of Ramadan, because, if they have young children and by the time it's evening, they're absolutely exhausted. What advice can the Shaykh give for mothers?
May Allah make it easy for you. Barakallahu feek for calling. طب شيخنا blood test. Does it break your wudu? Does it break your fast?
Yeah, so having a blood test does not break your fast. Wallahu a'lam.
And swallowing your phlegm?
Swallowing your phlegm, yeah, see, if you do it intentionally, somebody can have maybe got a cold or something like that, and then they swallow something. There's different views on it, but it's best to avoid. If you can kind of spit it out, then you should do that, okay, to avoid the grey area.
طيب, and the other one is in regards to parents or mothers. What advice can you give them when it comes to worshipping Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because they're exhausted by the time the kids go to bed?
Yeah, as all of us, we have a debt to our mothers that we can never ever pay back.
No.
And that is because what our mothers have done and do for us. So the fact that you are looking after your young children, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you and give you the best reward for that in the month of Ramadan. And whatever you're doing, maybe you're feeding them, you're eating them, you're cleaning them, you can make tasbih while you're doing that. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows your situation best. Therefore, seek whatever you can do, whatever you're doing, seek Allah Azza wa Jalla's best reward. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will reward you accordingly. Barakallahu feeki.
Jazakallah khair. Shaykhana, brothers and sisters, we have come to the end of the show. So please remember to join us tomorrow, inshallah, for more Ask Eman. Please remember the number you need to call, inshallah, tomorrow is 0203-515-0769 with our brother Ibrahim Atubi. For me and the Shaykh for now, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.